Hey, welcome back. Just get a little chat back. If everybody can hear me okay. Good to see you all. Just get a little hello. All right, good to see everybody. All right. Perfect. Good to see you, James, Norman, everyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome back. Today is Tuesday. Still chilly here in New York. I'm not here to give you the weather, but I'm willing to give you the updates on some of the stocks because we are having a couple of nice little rallies. FCell is doing great. Plug is doing great. The Plug has just been an animal lately. I don't know what's going. News came out this morning, but I mean, some of you guys caught on to it, but look at this Plug trade. What an unbelievable move. In August, stock was $10. Look, it's almost at 64. Just doing a phenomenal move on some of these stocks. And we're going to talk a little bit about, for some of you that are watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, if you logged in and ever want to join our trading room, you'll see, but we were doing great yesterday. We're trading a lot with the pot stocks. The pot stocks obviously made a big run. Yesterday, I had a meeting in the city, in New York City, and, unfortunately, they closed all the restaurants, right? No one's allowed to go to a restaurant. And then news came out, we had to eat outside and they're freezing cold. I mean, that's what you had to do to eat in New York City. It's poor restaurants are getting just literally, I think more than half of them already out of business. But we were fortunate to find a place, eat outside. And then news came out that, our great governor decided now that maybe it'd be a smart idea is that we should open up New York. So now they want to open up the restaurants. But then he also talked about he wants to get involved in legalized gambling and also get involved in some of the, whatchamacallit. It was the restaurants, it was the gambling. Oh, and legalizing pot in New York. So the thing is that once that announcement came out, a lot of those stocks started making a big move yesterday, and you probably saw that with some of the things when it comes to legalized gambling. A lot of the Penn did a really nice move. DraftKings, anything that had to do with online gambling, obviously took a big hit. Not a hit, a run up. I apologize. And the pot stocks. I mean, the Crohn's that was one that we were trading yesterday. Just a really, really nice trend. You can see that stock was $14. I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong. It's not corn, it's Crohn. So that stock obviously broke all-time highs. And once it broke all-time highs, I really kind of like it. There was a couple of them out there, that also was ACB. You could see that one had a really nice move, TLRY. Wrong. There you go. That one had a really nice move. So a lot of these stocks had some really, really nice moves regarding about that. Now, I don't know. I mean, I talked to people in the pot industry, and they told me that it's not as profitable as people think it was. I think people here in Canada probably know it because they legalized it in Canada. I know, Lita, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to tell you a funny story. And I'm going to go into the watch list, and somebody told me it. And I thought this was brilliant. Why these pot stocks don't make money. And I thought, I did a presentation last year, and there was a pot convention in Las Vegas, and they were selling tickets for $1,000 a ticket, and they had 30,000 people there. Think about that. $1,000 to get in, 30,000 sold out everywhere. So anyway, make a long story short, they said the biggest thing that people make money on are in the growing business. And so the growers are really the only ones making money. But let me tell you a funny story. What somebody told me about it. The reason why these pot stocks are not doing well is because the reason why is that once they legalized it, that only made drug dealers even more successful. They said, how do they do that? They says, well, all you gotta do is get that little receipt and say that you bought it from the store, and you could just go and go buy it from your local drug dealer. That's what people were doing for half the price. So they thought these states will actually make money selling pot because they could just tax on it. They go like cigarettes, but instead what they do is they buy one time and they go back to their drug dealer and buy for half the price. So, and then these poor farmers, they grow all this stuff, they get all these permits, and they steal out the little the thing in the middle, whatever it is. It just, that's why. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that's why you can't. These stocks are not doing as well as they were, because if you remember, let me just go back and show you TLRY. Let me just go back, look a monthly chart. Yes, this stock was back in 2019 when the whole thing took off, went from $12 to $300. Now look at it. So, that's why it's very important that when you trade, you need to know what goes on, in everyday business. And I'm not talking about, you can't be political when it comes to trading because it'll destroy you. You can't be, anti environmental on certain things because it'll kill you. I mean, certain things will benefit due to certain things that, obviously with regulation goes through. And that's obviously where these companies that you have to focus on, because that's how they profit them. Not because some people thought that, TLRI would have been the next Tesla or next Amazon going to $1,000 a share. Didn't work too well. All right. So anyway, I thought it was just pretty funny. I wanted to share that with you because when I found out, I don't understand, why? I mean, they all go and open up these, they want to legalize this and they want to make money because they need money on revenue. So the taxes, I'm like, well, why are they not doing that well? Well, I guess that's how they answer it. James says, I own a commercial hardware business and I was selling specialty security hardware to grow nationwide, and they spent big money, James saying. Okay. Who else? Where they give it out, where they give out our free samples, Bonnie's saying. Okay. Well, listen, if they do move, great. If they don't, like I said, there's other stocks that are moving this morning. But before I do that, I do want to bring up and talk about some of the stocks that we did trade that obviously did move yesterday. I'm going to bring them up, and then we'll go through the watch list. So there are a couple of stocks that did pretty well. And I'm going to start off with FCell. So FCell has a really nice pop right here. Hold on, let me just change the chart right here. A second. There we go. So FCell did a really nice pop, one from 14 to about 16. It's up again today. So FCell and Plug are back on the watch list, doing very, very well. Those are really nice movers. A nice little cheapie was the AVGR. That one, dollar stock, $1.10, went up right to $1.60. That one did really well. RIDE, Ride, that was also a little bit faster moving, but nice mover all over the day. It went from $22 to $29. Really nice pop right there. Some of you guys did really well on that one. You could see that the stock, hold on, I got a wrong chart right here. Hold on, I don't know why I have it on this. This should be on a day chart time frame. There we go. So you can see the stock basically had a nice move, but the reason why it stopped right there went really pretty much right up to its previous resistance levels going back in was that November right there. And then what else we have? We had the Blink, BLNK. That one also did pretty nicely yesterday, $42 and went all the way up to about 54. Nice move there on the stock. So that's what you guys missed yesterday. So let's go and talk about what's moving today. But also, I want to remind everybody, today is Traders Talk Day. So at 11 o'clock, don't forget, here in the Cyber Group room, once a week, the most popular event that we do here with Josh Levitin, our other top instructor here. So don't miss it. So we'll get done around 10:30, stop commentary, and we'll get to Traders Talk. So let me go through the watch list and talk about some of the stocks that are moving. So we know about Plug. We know about FCell. We have ACTC is another one that's moving up really nicely today. Let me change this chart right here. Now the stock has, it's a little bit on the volatile side. I mean, the spread get a little ugly. You can see the tier sizes are very thin. Now, remember, when you take a class with us, one of the biggest things that we focus on is the 3 T's. And the first T is called tradable. Stock's not tradable, within your budget, you can get really hurt. Remember, we don't teach you how to make money here at Cyber Trade University. We teach you how to stop losing it. Winners take care of themselves. The losers everybody has to worry about. So it's those 3 T's that really do everything. And it's that first T you got to worry about, and the spread. But anyway, not the greatest iceberg orders on level 3, but she is moving pretty decently this morning. So I'm putting it back on my watch list. One that moved really nice this morning, and some of you guys did really well on it, was the LJPC. Okay. So she had a big pop and then she died. Okay. She made a really big, nice move this morning. And then all of a sudden she kind of crapped out. Traded already 10 million shares. I don't like to see stocks like this this is not going on the A list, it's on the B list, but you're hearing a lot about it. It's up 60%, it's one of the top stocks and the big percentage gainers. It's the fourth biggest winner in the whole exchange. So, but when they trade a lot of volume and it's not moving, you got to be careful of that. Okay, but I could be wrong, and all of a sudden things could change when the market opens up. What else we got here? We got the AZRX. That's also on the watch list. Nice little cheaper stock. It's got some algorithms going on. If you look at on level 3 right there, got some 440,000 shares, 78,000. Stock traded 5 million shares. Cheap little stock, little beginner stock. If you're scared, if you're new to trading, this might be up your alley. If you're an advanced trader, you can still trade it. You could spend, you could buy a lot more shares of it. Some people will buy like me. If I bought 10,000 shares of the stock, all I need is 5 pennies and I make $500. You know what I mean? So that's why some of the people you'll see how these stocks trade very, very big orders out there by looking at level 3. That's basically what they're doing. But for someone that's still trying to get their feel of it, the stock might be right up your alley. Another couple of cool stocks I thought were pretty nice was Zoom. And I'm not talking about the one that you're thinking of, ZM. Okay, there's a different Zoom. So this one, another stock, been gapping up pretty nicely. Nice little trend right there. Started back off a little bit, but this is on my B list because it is a penny stock. CCIV, another one I'm going to throw out there. This one obviously has warrants in it. There's a couple of warrants in this stock actually. There's a .W. There's I think a U. There's a couple of them out there on this one. But this stock, obviously, you can see, look at that long-term chart. Great move. $10 up to 13, up to 15. Nice mover, nice spread. Probably in the category 2 frame. Now, it's not the biggest list, but listen, we only need one to make money on them. And when we get to trading, there's always going to be new ones that are going to pop up. I do want to bring up one last thing I want to talk about. Now, if you guys have been watching the YouTube channel, I basically did a video on this regarding about short squeezes. So to some of you who want to see some really nice short squeezes that we traded, this is why we don't hold positions overnight. Let's start with BTBT. We did great with this stock. Stock went from $5. Look where it went. It went to 30. It was one of our big movers. If you don't believe me, go back to our look at our Twitter, look at our Facebook page, look at our YouTube. We had fun with this stock. Then after the last 3 days, you should have known better. It was making lower lows. And then boom, you wake up this morning, you thought it was, maybe it'll come back. Maybe one of these, I don't want to take a loss. Yeah, okay, great. How's that working out for you? Now you half, and you're only about another 10 points away from getting back where it started. This is a short squeeze. FTFT, another one I want to bring up. Great winner, great day trade. Went from 2 to 11. Okay, if you trade in those days, you did phenomenal. If you think you think the stock is gonna be the next Tesla, well, you probably thought wrong because look where it is now. It's right back down to 580 after having that big run up, and it still looks like it's still got more room to go lower. And I just want to give one more stock I want to show you, and that's the LMFA. You think this stock is still going higher? Yeah, okay. Let me know how that's working out for you. You got to be careful of the short squeeze, okay? You got to be careful of the volume of these stocks and the frequency they are, because if you don't, you will get in trouble, okay? All right, guys. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Any stocks out there? Any other stocks? All right. I think that's about it, right? I always like to just check and ask everyone. Okay, so guys, we got about 15 minutes before the market opens up. Don't forget, Traders Talk today, Thursday, Cyber Expo here at Cyber Trade University. We got 5 of the top speakers that are going to be here today, be speaking on Thursday. You don't want to miss it. You could have registered right on our homepage or our website. We'll post a link up there. And then, like I said, we got Traders Talk at 11 o'clock. You don't want to miss that, all right? So, and for everybody here on YouTube, we'll be back here at 2:30 for the afternoon. So if you missed the morning, that's okay. You can always trade the afternoon. It's just as volatile as the morning. Well, not as volatile, but a little bit more easy on the trend. All right, guys, good luck today. Happy trading, and we'll see you back at 11.